Hi friends. After a brief, gap of about a month, I'm back now. So let me quickly cover up the rest of the subjects. Due to a lot of work pressure in the month of October, I could not give justice to your needs. But then I can understand that with the comments and with your requirement which you have posted that you will need a good support for various subjects which I have given for the first four subject, and I'm very much determined to give you for the rest of the 4 plus 4 plus 4, that is 12 subjects also. So these four subjects of intermediate and eight subjects of final. I try to do that as quickly as possible uh, during this week or maybe maximum next week only. I know you must have been, started preparing for the exam, but now time has come wherein you need to cover up wherever you have not made. So let's concentrate on those aspects also. And any which ways, if you see my earlier lectures also, I was not giving a full length of kind of one chapter wise or topic wise or a specific concept learning like that. I'm considering that you have all done that through various sources of whatever you have found to be successful in your earlier foundation kind of exam or intermediate kind of exam when it comes to the final. So having keeping all these things in my mind, I have decided to make this support for you, that how to prepare for your paper 9 group 2 of the operations management and the strategic management. So when I went through this syllabus, I found that it is 70% operations management and 30% is the strategic management. So when I was going through syllabus, of course, I have gone through syllabus quite a few number of times earlier, since I'm a teacher by profession itself. Earlier also, nowadays I've changed my profession last 10 years, but still prior to that, I was teacher only. So I've gone through syllabus n number of times. Nicely designed syllabus you have. So I think for that matter, we need not worry much of the things in this paper. You have been given the 70% weightage of operations management, 30% of strategic management. So when I think about the operations management and the online examination, so I think if any one of you has anything in your mind that maybe because of online or the kind of a typing, the taboo which you have is typing examination, I will tell you, you are immensely benefited in this paper. This paper of operations management and the online examination has immensely benefited you, because one thing I found, that whatever is the format which is required for solving the questions in operations management is being resolved by way of giving you the format of that answer only. Because when I was a student, or when I see many students, what they don't understand is basically many a times the format which has been given by the format which has been given by the uh, paper setter for giving the answer. So for example, I'll tell you, I was going through this MTP also, this mock test paper. So here when I was going through this, I could see that okay, this is the question. Yeah, you are required to conduct the construct the matrix. Just hold on, let me increase the size. You are required to construct the matrix after row operation under step 1 and matrix after column operation under step 2. So if I am a student, I will be more than happy to get this kind of question in online examination, because when it comes to offline pen paper examination, I will have to take the scale, draw. That is one thing. But in my brain also, I have to first prepare that this is what is the format I want to make out of this question. Here, my job has been made simpler. I have been given straight away, the table which are there. So step 1, step 2, So matrix after row operation, matrix after column operation. So that has been given. So whatever are the jobs on the left hand side, and then the workers or the friends which are there on the right hand side. So PQR dummy, PQR dummy. So everything has been given over there. What you have to do is just find the correct numbers inside that. That is not lesser than a objective type of a question. So yes, there may be some papers where this online examination has taken away your advantage, but this kind of a paper has given you some advantages also. Rather, when I think from the institute point of view, you know that is reducing the creativity of a student, because ultimately when I have to answer this kind of questions, I need to be creative. I should be ensuring that I should be making those tables properly. And I mean, if I am not a very bright student, then not in the first attempt I'll get that table right, but I'll make the table. I will waste a lot of time in making that table. Then I realized that, oh no, this column shouldn't have been there, or this column must have been here. So it was not an Excel wherein I just copy paste from here, or I say that okay fine, so shift delete the sheet and make the new one, and then all these old things which are there good, we keep it as a copy, control a copy paste, and from here change something and make some new answer sheet, or make some new answer in the Excel. So that is not the case when I do it on a pen and paper. So I have to actually remove everything and do it separately, which is from the institute point of view, person like me who has a creativity, I may not accept this kind of a already kind of a matrix or a format which has been given to me. So I have to, my intelligence has to be shifted focus from format making to the correct answering. So that is where we need to put up some efforts to ensure that we get the right answer. So when I think about operations management, 70% marks for this online examination, you have to prepare from that point of view. Maybe you need not be much worried about the format, but then you should be much worried about which number will come where. So for example, I'll tell you, in the same paper I was going through the uh, assignment schedule was there. There was one more question. Yeah. So this question. Yes, just hold on. As a project manager, you are tend to get slightly confused at the beginning of the like that. So question number 10, page number 13. So it is, the question says you are required to prepare a schedule identifying the various activities in the network diagram. So type your answer here, activity. So they have given the activity. So 1 to 2, 2, 3, 1, 3 to 4. So all these activities which has been given. So I mean, when I was going through this question, I was thinking that when I was a student, or maybe when I was teaching to student about operations manager, how do I used to teach them? Wherein I am putting more emphasis on how to solve or how to find those activities. Or maybe if you go to the next question, you are required to prepare a schedule showing the relationship among the various activities and identifying which is the preceding activity. So whenever I used to teach to that students, instead of putting more of the efforts into finding out which is the activity and which is the preceding activity, students more get confused with the format. That, oh sir, we do not know which format we should use to get this kind of current activity and the preceding activity to show. So for example, next is you are required to determine the critical path, correct, and also find the duration of the project. So whenever I used to do that, I mean, finding out that critical path was very critical always. So once you do the listing of activities and the preceding activities, it is easier to find out what is the critical path and what is the minimum, or rather duration of the project is also very difficult to do when it comes to a pen and paper. But when it comes to online examination, you have all formats in front of you. You need not go anywhere else. You have all formats in front of you. You just have to find it out, or you just have to type it out, or you just have to apply your brain and find out what is the exact number in that format, or whatever has been the squares or the columns which has been provided to you. So maybe at some places you are at disadvantageous position, but I'm 100% sure that you are at the advantageous position when it comes to the paper 9 of the intermediate examination. So if we go ahead, of course, there are again the similar issues which are there. Let me open the uh, paper. Yeah. So if you go through that, you will realize that there are section A, section B, section C, section D. So section A, if you go through this model question paper also, you will realize that more or less section A and section B are having good questions from strategic management. So if I go through that, not much. Uh, Yes. So of course there are questions from questions in the section C also, which are having from the different strategic management as well as the operations management. But then the more or less, I will say that questions on section A and section B from the strategic management. So when I'm learning strategic management, when I'm learning strategic management, I will put more emphasis on such questions wherein, those who are good for the objective type of questions or the one sentence question, that is section A and section B. When it comes to the section C and section D, more emphasis will be on the operations management, wherein lot of questions, assignment, transportation, CPM, PERD, queuing, linear programming, just in time, and there are many other models which you need to product life cycle. I saw one question on product life cycle also, queuing, scheduling, assignment, time, motion study, method study, job valuation. So production planning, all these questions you have to actually solve from the book. Of course, this study material as well as some reference books. Understand that how these problems are solved. You can still ignore on those formats. You can have still concentration only on getting the correct answer or understanding the techniques how to solve, because ultimately these are the techniques which this subject want the students or the candidates to develop. So if you take this subject of operation management, they want the candidates or the learners or the researchers or the students of this subject to improve their techniques and not the format making abilities. I may make a good format, but if I don't know the technique, or I may remember or I may recall the format, but if I don't know that how do the numbers flow into those techniques, so assignment problem or the transportation problem, where I know what are the formats, but then I do not know, I don't have the technique that how do I solve the problem. So at that point in time, what this subject want is to improve your technique. So as what institute has chosen this subject in their study material, that they want you to improve your techniques. So if you go to all these types of problems of operations management, which are most likely on the section C and section D, of course for strategic management also there are questions in section C and section D, but then more emphasis, yes, of course, 70% emphasis of the 100 marks is given to the operations management only. But then other way around also, there will be more emphasis, more things will be asked in the that section C and section D about operations management. So learn these problems well. Ensure that you are learning these problems and understanding the techniques to solve that. So as an institution, as a subject, we want you to improve your techniques, right? And when it comes to the strategic management, it is purely conceptual. So if you go through the study notes on the strategic management, the first study note, the favorite of all strategists or the strategic management teachers, is the vision, mission, and objectives. I have taught n number of sessions to my students 10 years back on the vision, mission, and the objectives of the company. And I mean, that is the conceptually you want to understand what is vision, mission, and objectives, and how what is the strategy flow, how the strategy flows from vision, mission to the finally to the rules, procedures, regulations, or whatever name you call it, objectives, budgets, etc. So conceptually, you have to understand. So any question in the section A or the section B comes to that extent. So that would be better for you, to answer. For example, this question which has been asked: vision is before the mission, is true or false? So once you understand the concept of what is vision, and then vision is different, mission is different. So which comes first, whether it's vision or whether it's mission? So once you understand, once you read this study note, once you understand conceptually what is vision and mission, within a second you can reply who comes first, vision, right? So that way you have to prepare for this subject of strategic management, 30 marks for section A, section B, and section C. Then we have strategic analysis and strategic planning. So there are topics like BCG matrix or PESTEL framework, Porter's five forces framework, structural drivers of changes, diversification strategy, portfolio analysis, SWOT analysis, situational analysis. So all these are concepts. These are nothing but the concepts. So if you understand the concepts very well, it is easier for you to do it. So I will try to explain. Let me go through the Porter's five forces model. So if I go through the Porter's five forces model, yes. So, I always used to give the example of, the kind of a tea manufacturer or a coffee manufacturer, for how will you put up that into Porter's five forces framework. So there is always a threat of entry. So even though I have developed my tea plantation, there is always a threat of, there is always a threat of entry which comes. Then is the, the competitive rivals which are there. So there are always competition which, which is there within the industry, which is there. Then the bargaining power of the buyers can swiftly move to the any other brand of a tea. Or if you go even to the television, there are advertisement. One old fellow who runs 3 4 floors and gives 10 rupees back and saying that, you see madam, the prices of tea has come down. So that is always the bargaining power of the buyers, the bargaining power of the suppliers also. So whoever are supplying that tea, tea making business is totally different. So that way, then there is a threat of substitute also. I saw one advertisement few days back which says that when you are going back home, then instead, can I have a tea? Then the lady says that, no, no, why don't you have a tea? You should have a coffee. So she provided a coffee, and that the gentleman, the husband, who picks up and brings the bag down fastly. So I mean, when you understand these concepts in a particular way or with these kind of examples, you understand the concepts forever. So of course here, I don't know whether diagram has been given. The diagram has not been given. So if you Google it, it is not been given over here. So if you Google it, there will be a number of diagrams of Porter's five forces model, so that it is easier for you to understand that this is the five forces model. So once conceptually you are clear, how will you appear for examination? So if you go to section A, section B, section C, or section D, it is easier for you to to appear for that examination also. Let me check if there are any questions on this. I'm not checked with the Porter five forces model, so they have not asked, I guess. No, not asked any questions here, but maybe not asked because they are preparing for the final one. So just trying to understand, just trying to tell you that this is what is strategic management is. I may have missed out. There may be a question. I just tried to find out. Couldn't get time to go through each and every question which has been asked in the MTPs. But then there will be questions. So conceptually, once you understand, for you it is easier to answer whether it is section A, section B, section C, or section D. So if you ask me, in totality, overall, operations management and strategic management, this paper is definitely a better opportunity for students to score in the online examination than offline exam. I'm talking about average student, those who are already brilliant, those who have already done some kind of engineering background. For them, whether it is online, offline, or you just ask the question orally, oral examination is also good enough for them, because they have gone through these models of operations management every time. So for them, they will say 70 marks are very simple, you ask anywhere. But for an average student, the one who is very average, I mean to say, out of 100 those who pass, if you take all of their background, not all of them are engineers. For engineers, they will take less efforts here but will take more efforts on accountancy costing, like that. Whereas a commerce background student will take more efforts over here but he will have lesser efforts maybe at the financial accounting, like that. So for you to understand that, for an average student, if you ask me, the problem of an average student is to make those formats, and then while preparing the format, you can't concentrate while preparing the formats on solving the question. So when I'm preparing a format, but I get lost somewhere that I prepare a format, or maybe whatever is there in my mind, I'm not able to completely put it on the paper, that whatever is in my mind. So once my format is wrong, my whole question is wrong, my whole theory is wrong, whole flow is gone into toss, and everything goes, something like that. But here, I'll open the screen, I'll see that there is a format, I can read the question. Once I read the question, I am confident that this is the way it should be done, because while doing the practice, so what is the practice you have to do? While doing the practice, what I have done is I have drawn the diagram, or drawn the format which has been given in the answer, and then I was trying to learn that out of this question, how will I put the activity, which are the preceding activities, or what is the critical path, and then what are the number of days required to complete the project. So while making the practice, you still have 1 month, you can still do a practice. So if you go to assignment, transportation, queuing problem, so there also you have to make the format. So let's not take up the efforts of remembering those formats. Those formats will be most likely whatever is being given in the MTP will be given to you on the screen. You need not worry about that. So once those formats are given, your process should go faster, that this is how I'm supposed to solve this question. This is how I'm supposed to put the numbers over here. So once you might be missing that one or two activities of the current activity, preceding activities, like that, or maybe some of the corners of the that question, transportation, like that. So wherein you will be able to recall also sometimes by seeing that format. So these are advantages of the online examination for operations management only. Right? Don't criticize me that I am supporting online examination for this paper. Definitely, it will help you. And I am of the opinion right from the day one that CPM PERT kind of a questions cannot be asked on the online examination, or that creativity is lost, because I will directly give you the diagram and I'll just ask you to put the numbers in that diagram. So as an institution, I still feel that that kind of a creativity should be asked from the students. But then there are advantages also of this online examination from institution point of view, that whatever they want to test, especially a student who want to draw the diagram, or who should understand from where to start. So when you go to a company, they ask you to start doing costing of a product, right? So I mean, you have nothing in your hand, they say that you start doing a costing. So first you have to draw a format, that which format which is required. So here, that kind of a skill helps you, that because in your education you have tried to draw that format, you have tried to start it right from the basic, and then goes on to the finding the product cost and so on and so forth. Here in this case, starting from the basic and then finding out what is the solution to assignment, transportation, CPM PERT problem. So there are advantages, disadvantages both. So according to me, if you ask me, section A, section B, section C, section D, any which ways, the emphasis will be more on the operations management, less on the strategic management. In the operations management, concentrate on solving as many problems as possible from this book, study material, and the reference book. I will still prefer that you will have more of the reference book rather than study material, which is a very small one. So reference book, try to solve various types of problems, advanced problems, basic problems, like that. Wherever, if you are doing practice with some coaching classes, they must have given you some notes or this, that, to kindly go through that. So that will help you, more emphasis on C and D, wherein the difficulty is more, or the stake is also more. So you'll have to do that. And about the A and B, for the strategic management, concentrate more on understanding the conceptual understanding. Strategic management, very interesting subject. I can take series of 50 lectures on strategic management, but that's not topic today. So whatever is the model, or whatever is the concept which has been given in the strategic management, try to apply that in the real sense, or in the real world, and then understand from that real world that how this concept worked very well in the real world. So once that is the best way of understanding concept in strategic management, that will definitely help you to crack your A and B sections. C section, if there are questions on strategic management, that will be a bit of the lengthy, and you may have to put up some good amount of writing into that. So be prepared to under so that the understanding of concept helps you here, because once you understand from your brain, it is easier for you to put that in the words. So whether it is writing or typing doesn't matter to me, but then once you understand that conceptually, it is easier for you to reproduce. So that will be the C and D. So this is how you have to prepare for this examination. You still have 1 month to go. If you are appearing only for one group, it's only 25% time you have to give for out of the total 1 month to this subject, which you can definitely try out whatever ways I have suggested, or you have already worked out, you have already done a lot of hard work. Then you have to just mold something here and there on my suggestion, if you accept my suggestion, if you feel that these are real worthy suggestions. So my best wishes to students for your examination on this Group 2 Paper 9, Operations Management and Strategic Management. All the best. Thank you so much.